There are late developments tonight in the case of a missing 10-month-old in Missouri. 3 days into the search to find the baby girl, a disagreement has apparently broken out between her family and police. Earlier tonight, detectives said the baby's parents had suddenly quit cooperating with the investigation. But then the child's aunt called a news conference to say, quote, "We've never stopped cooperating." Either way, the baby girl has yet to be found. And ABC's Dan Harris has the latest.
Her nickname is Pumpkin Pie, 10-month-old Lisa Irwin. Her picture's impossibly cute. And for the past 3 days, her parents have been the picture of agony.
Nobody will.
Telling the world that their baby was snatched from her crib in the middle of the night, all the while clutching her Barney doll and her photographs. Throughout this ordeal, Jeremy Irwin and Deborah Bradley have been cooperating fully with the Kansas City Police Department, sitting for hours of interviews. But tonight, quite suddenly, police have announced that that is over.
They've been cooperative up to this point, but early this evening they decided to stop cooperating with detectives.
The fact that they're no longer cooperating, does that make you think, does that make the department think that they had something to do with Lisa's disappearance?
Everything's on the table, just like I've been saying for 3 days now. Nothing's changed.
But if they go from cooperating to not cooperating, I would imagine that's got to raise some obvious questions.
It's a fair conclusion for you to draw. I can't say that matter-of-factly for the detectives, though.
But the family rejects what the police are saying. Just hours ago, the sister of the baby's father holding a news conference of her own.
We saw the press conference at 7 o'clock and want the public to know that we have never stopped cooperating with the police. The main goal has always been to find Lisa and bring her home.
This confusing situation, an apparent break between police and the family, is a major development that caps roughly 72 hours of nonstop anguish for this community. According to the parents' version of events, the nightmare starts at roughly 10:30 Monday night, when Lisa's mother, Deborah Bradley, a stay-at-home mom, puts her baby in her crib.
I made her a bottle and I laid her down. That was the last time we saw her.
At 4 a.m. Tuesday morning, her fiancé, Jeremy Irwin, an electrician, comes home from an overnight shift renovating a local Starbucks and finds the door unlocked and the lights on. What kind of panic sets in when you check your infant daughter's room and find she's not there?
Ran around the house screaming and freaking out, and I ran all over the yard looking for her.
In the chaos, they say they notice their cell phones are missing.
I said, call 911, call 911, and he said, where are the phones? And they weren't on the counter where I left them, they were gone.
3 hours later, police issue an Amber Alert. Do you have any sense of anybody who could have done this?
We're trying to make lists. I mean, even out of those, it doesn't make sense.
Police launch a massive search with the FBI, mounted patrols, canine units, and firefighters rappelling down this cliff. In the afternoon, police hold the first of many news conferences at which they admit they have no leads, no suspects, and no idea where this blue-eyed baby might be. As night falls, police confront the fact that they may have an extraordinarily rare crime on their hands. Is it also possible that the nightmare scenario of a stranger sneaking into a random house and stealing a baby is a live possibility?
It is. We are not ruling that out.
According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, since 1983, there have been 278 documented cases of babies being abducted. 46% were taken from hospitals, 40% from private homes. On Wednesday, a day and a half after Lisa's disappearance, her parents, acting on the advice of police, publicly plead with whoever might be holding their girl to just drop her off, no questions asked.
We just want to have her back home.
We just want our baby back. Please, bring her home. Our 2 other boys are waiting for her, please. Just drop her off anywhere. We don't care. Just somewhere safe where she can come home, please.
But even as an FBI team descends upon the family home, paying particular attention to a window that the parents say they think may have been used by an intruder, it becomes increasingly clear that the parents themselves are a part of the investigation too. Is it delicate dealing with parents in a situation like this? Because on the one hand, they're probably in anguish. On the other hand, you have to look at them as potential suspects.
Sure. And, and our main drive is to find the child. We don't investigate based on odds or statistics. We take our leads and run with them and leave everything on the table until we find a reason to take something off.
Today, on day 3 of this crisis, as the search for baby Lisa expands down into the sewer system, the parents say they are expanding their cooperation, providing police with a whole list of people, former friends, utility workers who've been in the home lately, and people they know who've recently had miscarriages. But tonight, the relationship between the family and the police department is very much in question, with neither side fully explaining why, leaving an investigation in limbo with a 10-month-old nicknamed Pumpkin Pie still missing. For Nightline, this is Dan Harris in Kansas City.